Do you know a fan, graduate, or current student of Texas A&M University, otherwise known as an Aggie? Well, for those of you who do, you've probably realized by now that we Aggies take enormous pride in our university's unique history and culture. Today, I'm going to share with you a few interesting facts and stories about Texas A&M. Of course, I will not tell you all of our secrets, but I will share some of the more commonly known symbols and traditions of our university. According to tamu.edu, Texas A&M University began under the terms of the Morrill Act in November of 1866, but actual formation didn't come until the establishment of the Agricultural and Mechanical College of Texas by the Texas State Legislature on April 17, 1871. A commission created to locate the institution accepted the offer of 2,416 acres of land from citizens of Brazos County in 1871, and instruction began in 1876. To this day, there are several main symbols that distinguish our university from others. One is the saying "Gig 'em." This saying is symbolized by the hand sign of simply giving a thumbs up with a closed fist. According to myaggienation.com, the symbol comes from an old rivalry with TCU Horned Frogs when, in 1930, Pinky Downs asked the Aggies what they were going to do to the Horned Frogs. The Aggies responded by saying "Gig 'em." A gig is a word used to describe a spear used to hunt frogs. Another traditional symbol is the Aggie ring. The ring includes the shield, which represents a desire to protect the reputation of the university. The 5 stars on the shield, which represent the phases of development of an Aggie. The live oak leaves on the side of the ring, which represent the willingness to serve our state and country. And the ancient cannon, saber, and rifle, which stand for the confidence and readiness to defend our rights and values. The Aggie ring is considered an honor and is reserved for students who have completed at least 90 academic hours. At Texas A&M, there are also many team traditions. One of these traditions is known as the 12th man. According to aggietraditions.tamu.edu, the 12th man originated in 1922 when the Texas A&M football team was playing against the #1 school in the nation, Century College. As the game wore on, the Aggies began sustaining many injuries. Coach Bible was digging deep into his limited reserves when he remembered one of the squad men who was not in uniform. E. King Gill, who was then only a member of the basketball team, was called upon by Coach Bible. When the game ended and the Aggies had won 14-22, Gill was the only player left on the Aggie sideline. Today, this willingness to be ready to serve is exemplified by the student body who represents the 12th man. We must stand through the entire game to show our support. Another interesting moment in the history of the 12th man occurred in the 1980s when Coach Jackie Sherrill started the 12th man kickoff team composed of regular students through open tryouts. This 12th man team performed very well and held opponents to one of the lowest yards per return averages in the league. Another team tradition is the Aggie Midnight Yell practice. According to yale.tamu.edu, yell practice began as a dinner activity in 1913 when corps companies would gather to learn the old-time rep. The first official midnight yell practice, as known as it is today, occurred in 1931 before the TU game. During these yell practices, the 12th man gathers and is led by the yell leaders through the different yells that will be performed at the next day's game. Kyle Field is known for being very loud, and yell practice plays an important role in maintaining this reputation. The different songs and yells must be performed in unison so that to emphasize their overwhelming effect. Texas A&M also reserves several events to remember past events and people. The main event is called Muster. Muster originated in 1883 and became internationally recognized in 1947. Muster is celebrated annually in more than 400 places worldwide with the largest ceremony on the Texas A&M campus in College Station. The ceremony brings together more Aggies worldwide on one occasion than any other event. The campus muster involves an entire day of activities for students both present and past. That night, the muster ceremony begins. The ceremony consists of an address by a keynote speaker, the reading of poems, followed by the roll call for the absent. The roll call honors Aggies that have fallen since the last muster roll was read. As the names are read, a friend or family member answers here, and a candle is lit to symbolize that while those Aggies are not present in body, they will forever remain with us in Aggie spirit. I hope that you all have enjoyed learning some of the unique traditions of Texas A&M University. As I stated earlier, I've only touched on several of our many historical and cultural traditions. We are a university that upholds these traditions with the belief that they help to define us and instill unique experiences and values in every